Do you need marriage certificates if you are married? The answer is you need wedding certificates. How are you? How are you? Okay, so welcome to my session, and today I'll be talking to you about, do you need marriage certificates if you are married when you are traveling abroad? Do you need marriage certificates? And this video came about because someone was asking me recently, and the person said they did traditional marriage long time ago. So it's like the husband and wife did traditional marriage long time ago, and they've been living together, normal life. Now they want to travel abroad. They don't have wedding certificates. So they're asking if they really need the wedding certificate, or what should they do? How do they go about it? As you all know, the leader is that person that always bring you the easy way out when it comes to things. But I'm so sorry that for this particular one, the answer is you need wedding certificates. You need wedding certificates. You need wedding certificate. So this is one of those ones you're not going to be able to get away with. You need marriage certificates, wedding certificates for you to travel abroad with your spouse. If you are going to say you are married, all right, you need it. Now let's assume the lady's case where she and her spouse have been married traditionally for a very long time, right? And they don't have marriage certificate. Let's say they are traveling abroad. Let's say one of them got admission to study abroad, and they have to, whether you're even applying as a single person, whether you are applying that you want to travel alone or you are traveling with your spouse immediately, they are still going to ask you to submit your wedding certificate. So if you don't have it, or what you have is traditional wedding or just church wedding, because some people too, what they have is just church wedding. Embassy recognizes the what they call it. Embassy recognizes the court wedding. That's what they recognize. So, but the fact that you don't have it before now doesn't mean you cannot get it. So, what I would advise you to do is, if you're already thinking of traveling abroad, or you believe you're going to travel abroad, and you have your church wedding only or your traditional wedding only, but you don't have court wedding, just go and do court wedding. And court wedding doesn't take as much people think. You just have to pay the court wedding certificate. You don't and 2 witnesses, 1 witness for your spouse, 1 witness for you. So you just need you and your spouse and 2 other people for you to do court wedding. That's what you need. If you decide to be throwing party, that is your cup of tea. But understand that you don't need that. So when I say go and do court wedding, I'm saying go to the marriage registry and sign a document that you are both married. That's what you need. No ceremony needed. Even if you just wear anything white for the lady, anything white, you don't even need to go and be wedding dress, wedding makeup, whatever. You don't need all that. If you want to do it, fine, but you don't even need it. It's not like church wedding, or traditional wedding where you have to cook for multitude and all that. Go to the registry, sign the documents, have them handy. That is what you're going to upload when you are doing your visa application as a married couple. Okay? Keep that in mind. Now, let me also say something. Let's assume that you were married traditionally, but let's say the marriage is no longer existing, meaning you are divorced from your spouse or something, and you want to travel abroad. Because you have not done the court wedding, you don't have to go and start saying you are divorced or you're a divorcee. Do you get? You will just claim single and just move on with it. Let me rephrase. Let's assume that you are married, but you are married only traditionally. Now you are separated, right? When you are doing your study abroad or your travel abroad stuff, when they say, are you single or married? You say single, and you move on. You don't need to go and be you don't need to go and sign document that you're married, then sign another document that you're divorced before you continue your life. You just put that you're single and you just move on. no wedding certificate or marriage needed. Even if you have children, everyone knows that in this world and era, people can get pregnant out of wedlock without getting married. That doesn't automatically make them married. Like, the fact that you have a child does not automatically make you married. Do you understand my point? So if you have a child and you never really did traditional wedding, you never really did court wedding, and now you have separated, no need. You don't need any wedding certificate. You don't need anything. Now let's look at another scenario where you were married in court, but now you are separated with your husband or with your wife, and you want to travel abroad. So that means like you're divorcee, right? You have to officially divorce if you don't want to go and be putting marriage certificate and for your husband to come and be signing one thing. You can officially get divorced so that you will say, oh, I was married, but I'm divorced. Here are the documents, right? So do the paperwork. For your marriage, do the paperwork. Put your house in order. What I mean by that is, if you are married, get your wedding certificate from the registry. If you are divorced, get your divorce certificate from the registry. Do you get the point? Do the paperwork, okay? Do the paperwork. Let's see. If you have any question about this, because that can help me give you more insight. Have you seen anybody facing any challenge that, even if you don't want to talk for yourself, let's say you saw your cousin facing a particular challenge, you saw your friend facing a particular challenge, you can actually ask so that I can clarify. Or some people will say, please, where do you get this? Where do you get it? I will be happy to answer your question. Somebody say, how about applying for a job before moving? What does that mean? Are you moving through job or you are moving through study abroad? Like, what do you mean? How about applying for a job before moving? Where are you moving to? What are you moving? Give me more information to know how to help you. Someone said, can I travel with my child and my husband for study? 100% you can. People do it. You can travel with your family for study abroad. We've said that over and over and over again, 1 million times. I've said it until my throat has dried. But I also know that people join us every here and there. So that question is in order. Yes, you can travel with your family. You can travel with your family and their child or children. That's fine. Somebody say, how about marriage, but passport still have my maiden name? Does it matter? Thank you for asking that question. So if you are married and your passport have your maiden name, this is what to do. If you are not changing your name or you have not changed your name, just use the passport the way it is. But let's assume that as of today, when you are asking, your passport, you have a passport, you don't change your name, meaning your name is a new name now. I mean, you have don't change your name officially. That thing, you go to court, you sign, affidavit, your name has changed. You post it on newspaper. You don't change your name officially. If you have don't change your name officially, you have to change the name on your passport. Listen, I know that 50% of the people listening now are going to take this out of context. If you are a lady and you need to change your name, you want to change your name, you can do the change of name officially, sign the papers, do affidavit and all that. You can do the change of name and then do change of name on your passport. Because when you go to your immigration office, they will help you change the name. There's a process for that. But if you have changed your name, you cannot be using a passport with your old name. Meanwhile, you have already officially changed your name. You have to get a passport that have changed to the new name. Of course, eventually you're going to put two of them together. Right? Embassy wants to see all the passports you've used. They would like to see that. Or if you are traveling, you want to put all your passports together. So, if you have changed your name, then change your passport name. But let's assume that you just got married. Because you got married, let's say you married Mr. Joseph. Because you got married and your name is Mercy, people start calling you Mercy Joseph. Do you get? Just because you're married, but you've not officially changed your name on paper or with affidavit. You can travel with the passport that have your maiden name. Even if you're going to be putting your marriage certificate, it doesn't matter. Most times, like what they do in some countries is that when you get married, they will even go, like instead of them writing Linda Iheme is marrying George Brown, they write Linda Brown is marrying George Brown. Do you understand? Like they will just change your name for you, whether you like it or not. Which is, it doesn't even make sense. They don't even ask you, they don't care, they just change it by force, by fire, or for you. So if that happened for you on your wedding certificate, it doesn't matter. So let's put it this way. The question is, what is your official name now? On paper, what is your official name? Make sure your passport correlates with your official name as of today. If you have changed your name officially to another name, get your passport to reflect your new name. If you have not changed your name to anything, if officially your name today is the name on your passport, use it. So your passport must carry your current name. You can get married and you did not change your name. I did not change my name. Iheme is my maiden name. Do you understand my point? And I'm abroad, and my husband is here. So it's not that if you're a lady and you don't change your name, you cannot travel. Or if you travel, your husband cannot join you. Or if your husband travel, you cannot join him. Because change of name to your husband's name is not a sign that you are married. The only legit sign that you are married is the wedding certificate. Wedding certificate is proof of marriage. Change of name is not proof of marriage. I have someone that changed his name, not because of marriage, for other reasons. So even as an individual, you can change your name to anything. You don't have to be married to change your name. Do you get the point? You don't have to be married to change your name. You can change your name. But if you have a change of name and you have a document to back it up, let your passport reflect your current name, meaning the new official name that you have. I know a lady that told me one time she didn't want to change her name, but people told her that if she doesn't change her name, she cannot travel with her spouse. It is incorrect. Change of name is not proof of marriage. Proof of marriage is wedding certificate. Your wedding certificate shows that you're married to someone. Your name can be anything that you want it to be. So change your name to your husband's name if that is what you want. Don't change it just because you think if you don't change it, you will not be able to travel, because I am a living witness, right? As I would say, Iheme is my maiden name. Let's see questions the other people asked. Somebody said, I did only change your name in newspaper. Do you mean you did not do a court affidavit of change of name? Then that's not officially how you change your name. Ordinaka Juliet. To change your name, yes, you will go to court. They will ask you to sign a paper. Court will stamp it. That is how you change your name. Most times they will ask you to do newspaper publication and all that. But you must have your change of name document from the court. If possible, that newspaper, keep a page of it. That was the old days. Now with new media, if it is a link, keep the link. You can print it out too. But the most important one is the court document showing that you changed your name. That's the legit one. Let's see more questions. Somebody said, have been married before and divorced. Now that have remarried, can my wife now change her name because her passport is carrying her former husband's name? If she wants to use her former husband's name, that is fine. If she wants to change her name, that is fine. That is not my decision to make. That is the woman's decision to make. However, the question is, what is her official name right now? What is her official name as far as Nigerian government is concerned? What is her official name? If her official, let me give an example. Let's assume that somebody got married to a man. The man's last name is Joseph, right? So let's say the lady bears Juliet Joseph. But she did not change her name because her her maiden name is Juliet Iheme. But she's bearing Juliet Joseph. So meaning she did not officially change her name, but they just call her Mrs. Juliet Joseph. normal African thing. That person, what is their official name? Their official name is their maiden name because they did not do change of name when they got married to the first man. So, like, I want you to understand it from if you understand it from the basics, it's easier for you to handle. What is the person's official name on paper? For example, how do you know the official name? Your official name is the name you have on your baptismal card. Sorry, on your birth certificate. The name you have been bearing when you went to school. That's your first official name. Or the name on your birth certificate is your official name. For you to bear something else officially, you must change it in the courts. So, for you to know what to do, you ask yourself, what is my current official name? If your current official name is the name on your birth certificate, that's where to start from. You can just, if you need to change it, you change it to what you want to bear now. If you want to use it, you use what is on your birth certificate. And for you to have another thing as your current name, you must change it in court. If you have not changed it in court, the fact that 1 million people used to call you that thing does not mean that it is your name. Does not mean that it's your legal name. Your legal name is the name on your birth certificate until you go and change it in court to something else. So let's assume that somebody's official name is Juliet John. That's the name on their birth certificate. But somebody is typing angry. Who is that person? Fuck you. So let's assume that somebody's name is Juliet John. That's their maiden name, okay? Like the name on their birth certificate. And okay, so this is their maiden name. And now they want to go and do, they want to travel up. Let's say they got married to somebody, blah, blah, blah. But right now, they want to travel abroad. So they need international passport. If they've not changed their name, the name that will be on their international passport is the name on their birth certificate. If they choose to change their name to something, they will go to court and change their name to that thing. The fact that people were calling you Mrs. Joseph because your husband's name was Joseph does not mean that officially and legally your name is Mrs. Joseph. Or it's not that you will not go and say, I want to change my name from Mrs. Joseph to Mrs. John. Meanwhile, you never really changed your name officially to Mrs. Joseph. Your official name is the name on your birth certificate until you change it in court to something else. And if you have changed it in court to something else, your international passport should carry the name you have officially changed it to. Ask me more questions so that it's easier for me to explain it to you. Davis, did I answer your question? That's the question. Somebody is saying, if you then travel and you want to apply for UK passport some years, will it affect anything? Since my husband is a UK citizen, I have told you, change of name is not evidence of marriage. Change of name is not evidence of marriage. What will show that you are married to your husband, Anita, what will show that you are married to your husband is your wedding certificate. So you are mixing two of them up. If you have changed your name, change it on your passport. If you have not changed your name and you don't want to change it, you don't need to change it. If you are doing visa application, what shows that you are married to somebody is your wedding certificate, not whether you bear the same name with them or not. Let's see other questions from other people. Okay, David's question was answered. Do you have any other question about marriage certificate, husband and wife matters, traveling, divorce, separated? And you don't need to say it from a first person perspective, because I also understand that it's a private matter, right? I also understand it's a private matter. So you can say your friend is passing through this is the situation, right? So that I can, if you ask me more questions, It will help me to help you get the correct thing, the thing to do in this situation. GK is saying, what do I need to travel with my partner? What do you mean by what do you need? I did not understand the question. Other people are saying, okay, somebody is saying, what do I, like, how do you travel with your partner, right? I'm seeing a question from Umuneren. Okay, so if you are looking to travel abroad, study abroad is, we always say, study abroad is the fastest, surest, and the easiest pathway for you to travel with your spouse or relocate with your spouse right now. You know already, but let me still tell you. Anyways, and how you do it is, any of your spouse, the most enthusiastic one, will get admission in a school. Then, once the person gets admission, they are called the principal applicant. They can add the spouse and the children as dependents. That is how to travel with your family. So if you're asking about how do you get started, how to get started is by learning how to get admission, how to get scholarship and all that. Then you go ahead to do the process. So, somebody say, Mommy, Linda, please, I need your help. I want to travel to Canada. Can you please help? Okay. Let me type the link to our webinar. I almost have to do this in every live session because there's always someone who have just joined my page yesterday or day before yesterday or this week, and the person needs webinar link. Let me type it. One moment. Please attend our free webinar via this link. Let me type it. So I'm going to pin it up. So I put, please attend our free webinar via this link. If you're one of those who asked, who commented, how do I get started? How do I get started? Please, can you like that message so that I see that you have seen it? Can you like the message so that I see that you have seen it? I pinned the message right now. Can you like the message so that I see that you have seen it? Only one person. Let's see who liked it. I pinned the message, so please like it so that I see that you've seen it. Somebody said, if my husband's name is different from mine, which name will be on my baby's passport? The name that your baby has on their birth certificate. So Rita, what is on your baby's birth certificate? The name that your baby has on the birth certificate is the name they are supposed to have on their international passport. The question now is, what is the name of your, because I'm sure the baby has a birth certificate. Your name is different, your husband's name is different. Do you know a child can even bear a name that does not connect to both of you? It is just cultural that your children may bear your last name or something. Some people will even do it that their children will bear their first name. So, that your baby has a different name from you does not mean your baby does not belong to you. What shows that your baby belongs to you is that on their birth certificate, they will say, for example, Jamie Jones is of Chukunonso Chineke. Do you understand? You people can bear two different names, but the birth certificate will show that you are the parents of the child. So, how to know that somebody is your child is not if you bear the same last name. Let me ask you, all the people that have the same last name with you, are they your children? No. So, having the same last name is not a sign that somebody is your child. It is who is written as their parents on their birth certificate that is the proof that you are their child, that you are their parents. Okay? I hope I answered that question. Somebody said, in a case of the child is still bearing his or her father's name and the wife still bears her own name, how possible is this, please? I think that's what I just explained. So, two people had that question. I'm happy that I was able to send it to you. So, let's see. Somebody say, what of someone who traveled abroad already and needs to relocate to Canada? First step is attend the webinar. Whether you are in your home country or you are in a different country, there's no different process for you. It's the same process because you're going to do your visa application online. So let's say you are from Rwanda and you are currently in Malaysia and you want to travel to Canada. You don't have to return to Rwanda first before you now go to Canada. From Malaysia, you will apply online for the Canada visa and you will go. That's how to do it. So some people, they feel like, oh, I'm here already. Do I need to go back to my country? No, you don't. And the visa requirement will not need you to go back to your country. They will serve you based on where you applied from. Think about it. One moment. Can you hear me? So think about it. Imagine that me now I'm in Canada. If I want to go to Australia, and since I came to Canada, I've traveled to US, I've traveled to Australia, I've traveled to different countries. For me to get the visa, I didn't have to first return to Nigeria first before I would not apply to go to Australia, or return to Nigeria first before I apply to go to US. No, I will stay here and apply. They will ask you country of residence, Canada, country of citizenship, Nigeria. Then you continue with your application. That's it. So stop thinking that you have to return to your home country before you start another process. Let's see more questions. Pearl is saying, so you are saying I don't need to change my passport name, but with my wedding certificate I'm good to go. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Again, I will say that, let me clarify, this live session is not about who should change name and who should not change name. It's not about women don't change your name, or blah blah blah, men don't change your name. That's not what this live session is about. This live session is saying, based on your choice, what will you do? So the choice is yours to make. I'm not telling you to do what I did or not to do what I did. Make your choice. Do you want to change your name or not? Yes or no? Once you answer yes or no, the question now is, what do you do based on your situation? Let's see question. Somebody say, can the international passport of your spouse still be valid if she used her maiden name for the passport before she's married and now she has a court certificate? I believe you are talking about court certificate of change of name. If you are talking about when you say and now she has a court certificate, which of the court certificates? So Timothy, which of the court certificates? Are you saying court marriage certificate, or you are saying court certificate for change of name? Please, which of them? So I'm going to answer based on if. If you are talking about court certificate for marriage, it does not affect her change of name. Court certificate for marriage just shows that she is married to you. It does not tell the world what her name is and what her name is not. That's one. If you are saying court certificate for change of name, if the person have already changed their name to a new name and their international passport is bearing their maiden name, but they've officially changed their name to, let's say, their husband's name, they must go to the immigration office to get a passport that has their new official name. So at every time, your passport should be bearing the name that you are called now officially. And when I mean officially, I mean on your birth certificate or on the court documents that show the updated name. Let's see more questions. So Rita is still rephrasing her question. Rita, the question is, what name do you have on your baby's birth certificate? If a husband have a different name and the wife have a different name, what name should the child have on their international passport? The child is going to have the name you have on the birth certificate of that child. Do you see the point? Not the mother's name, not the father's name. that name that both of you agreed is the name of the child on the birth certificate, and I believe that you would have agreed on that. If you have not agreed on that, it's husband and wife matter to discuss and know what you're going to put on the child's birth certificate. So use the child's birth certificate to do international passport for them. The two names should be the same. What do you need to put on the child's birth certificate? Consult with your spouse and make a decision on that. It's not Dr. Linda's decision to make. You get? Anna is saying, do I need a marriage certificate? If you are married, you need a marriage certificate. If you are married, you need a marriage certificate. If you don't have it, go to the registry and get one. It's less than, for most registries, it's less than $100. So, or there, plus or minus, but $100 is not expensive. Ekato, don't tell me go and complete the webinar. That's what you have to do. Okay, let me see. Somebody is asking, Gift is asking that all her name, all her documents, including international passports, have her maiden name, except her NYSC certificate, which she changed when she was married. But now she's divorced. Will NYSC affect her? No. You don't need NYSC certificate for travel abroad. You do not need NYSC certificate for travel abroad. As far as travel abroad is concerned, NYSC certificate is useless. So, it is out of the question. Any name you have there, it does not matter. Any name you have on your NYSC certificate, it does not matter. Okay? Gift. You do not need NYSC certificate for travel abroad. Even on your CV, you are not even really going to call it NYSC. The job and the role you performed during your NYSC is what you are going to put on your CV. So, as far as I'm concerned, NYSC is a 1-year work experience in a particular organization. That's how it's going to show on your CV. If you say NYSC, the person you are talking to does not know what NYSC means. You are traveling abroad. If you are talking to somebody in Nigeria, for example, and you say NYSC, they will understand. If you are talking to the guy in Ireland and you say NYSC, he will ask you to explain what it means, or you will just ignore. You do not need NYSC certificate, so you don't need it. Somebody is talking about spouse visa and student visa, which is easier. You can travel with any of them, but you can decide on what to go for. I have told you that study abroad is the fastest, easiest, and surest way. So if you have a spouse already abroad, right, and they want to come, they can submit papers for you and you can come. Right? Let's say your spouse is a citizen. They can submit papers for you and you can come. But you can also tell that most times that process will take months, if not years. So why not go as a student and meet them there and then file the paper you need to file? That's the way I would think about it. Why do you want to stay 5 years or 3 years or 2 years waiting for something? When, if let's say you want, like you, that Anita, let's say your spouse is a UK citizen. If you want to still travel January 2022, you can make it. Why will you want to sit at home and be waiting for the day they will submit paper for you, and when you can just get admission and go and meet them in what after you apply to a school that is in their city? Easy life. Go through school. When you are there, do any other thing. Even maybe before the spousal application will come out, you for don't even give birth, give birth to twins. Why do you want to stay in another country and be stressing out? Except you want to. That's different. But if you don't want to, you are looking for the easiest way, study abroad. Do you know someone who will need the information discussed in this video? Do you know someone? Share this video to your platform so that the person will have the opportunity to learn it as well. Sometimes people don't even know this. Do you know a lot of people that they don't even want to travel because they are feeling, oh, must we change our name or change many things, right? Share the video so that somebody else will learn just the same way you've learned. Knowledge is free. Share it freely, huh? Love you, love you, love you, love you. My name is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates on how to relocate abroad via the study abroad route. We do this by teaching you how to get admission, scholarship, study loan, and any other thing you need to successfully relocate via the study abroad route. Hey, yes, you can travel with your family, your wife, your husband, your children. You can travel with your family via the study abroad route. All right? Share this video. Let me tell you, let me incriminate your conscience. Let me blackmail you emotionally. If you enjoyed this video, share the video. If you enjoyed this video and you don't share it after watching me now, and if you enjoyed the video and you don't share it, you're not being fair to the world. Because you learned freely. Why not share the knowledge? Share this video.